Okay, for this video I've started a brand new program and I think you should do the same. So I'm no longer in Python name challenge, I'm in Python number challenge. To create a new program you can go up and press the plus here, Python, and give it a proper name. Okay, so I'm in my Python number challenge file. We already know that if you take input like you did in the last one, we already know that the input is treated as a word. So if I enter George, it's treated as like George with speech marks around it. And even if I enter nothing, it's treated as nothing with speech marks around it. That's a problem though if you want to do something with a number, if you want to take in input which is supposed to be a number and then do some maths on it or whatever. So if I say what is your age, and I rename this variable to age so that it makes sense. Let's just make a really simple program. You input your age and then the program says in 5 years you will be, and the result of that is literally going to be age plus 5. Okay, so the Python can do age plus 5 and then put the result of that addition, the sum of that, into the print statement after in 5 years you will be. So let's see if this works. If I say I was 10, it would come back and say I was 15 in 5 years. But it doesn't. It's the same problem we saw in one of the earlier videos where we tried to stick together a sentence in speech marks and a value which was a number, which is basically, there's a problem with integers and strings. They're an incompatible type. You can't take a number or anything that's in speech marks and add it to an actual number like the number 5 here, because that's like asking to do maths on a word and a number, and we all know that you can only do maths on a number and a number. And there's a really simple way to fix it, which is this: you take your input command and you surround it in the command int. And when I say you surround it, I mean that the input command now lives entirely within the brackets of the int command. And what happens when you actually enter your input is the bit that I've highlighted there. The input happens first, and then it tries to get converted into an integer, which is a whole number. And if that succeeds, then the result of it will be stored as age. So if I enter something which can successfully be converted into a number, it will now work. 10 is a valid number, and it will add 5 to it and give me that message. You might be thinking ahead, or if you're not, what's going to happen now if I try to enter a word? The problem is with the int command, int. Input is fine, it can accept whatever you want as input, so input didn't crash the program, but the attempt to convert input into an integer crashed the program, and that's actually fine at the moment. We want to be able to put in a proper number and do something numerical with it. Okay, we don't care about the problem at the moment, which is that if you enter something random it won't allow you to. And just to set you on your way with the next challenge, you can do if statements now based on the value of that. So you could say if age double equals 18, print you are officially an adult. So I couldn't do that if I hadn't converted it into a number. You are officially an adult. Put anything else in, it won't. And you can use greater and less than symbols. Okay, so if age less than 18, you are not yet an adult. Okay, let's put something older than 18 in. Nothing happens. Let's put something under 18 in. You are not yet an adult. And I could always do some elifs, etc. And I could do an else as well to cover the other situations. Okay, so what's your age? 12. You're not yet an adult. What's your age? 109. You're an adult. Alright, those are the skills, and that's the start for the next challenge.